What happened to Blake's mother in 2025's Wolfman? Director Leigh Whannell's 2025 film Wolfman reimagined Universal's classic 1941 movie, The Wolfman, following Blake Lovell and his family as they encounter a werewolf on a trip to the mountains. This story in this Wolfman remake goes deep into Blake's childhood, opening with a scene of him as a kid encountering a werewolf while hunting with his father, Grady. Though it's an engaging glimpse into Blake's troubled and traumatic life, one character is noticeably absent. The 2025 monster movie Wolfman refrains from featuring Blake's mother, leaving her character and ultimate fate one of the film's biggest mysteries. The implications of what happened to her before the events of the film hint at an even darker and more profound story centered around Blake's family. As for what happens to his mother in particular, the movie leaves this somewhat ambiguous, but there are clues in the film. Blake's mother is completely absent from Wolfman's story. Throughout Wolfman, Blake's mother doesn't appear, nor do the other characters reference her. The movie doesn't explain the reason for her absence or if she's even alive. Whatever happened to her, it is heavily implied that Grady is so traumatized by the death of his wife that he tries too hard to protect their son from death. When Grady hunts with Blake in the woods in the opening of Wolfman, he talks so emotionally about how people die all the time and how easy it is for someone to lose their lives. What Grady says and the way he says it suggests that Blake's mother died quite suddenly, possibly from an illness or an accident. Grady may have seen more than his fair share of death, with his use of military code implying he served in the armed forces and had to see his comrades die in combat. Nevertheless, Grady losing the woman he loves would also leave an incredibly massive impact on him, and it's suggested in this scene that he's still grieving her loss. Wolfman's werewolf twist could suggest Blake's mother died. In the present day, Grady is declared dead after being missing for quite some time. Since it is implied that a werewolf took him long ago, as the young Blake learned his father was hunting it, the one who infected Blake as an adult seemed like the prime suspect. However, Wolfman delivers a twist near the end by revealing that the werewolf who infected Blake is Grady, meaning the latter was undoubtedly infected by the beast he was trying to find. Though Grady may have killed Blake's mother as a werewolf, her apparent absence before Grady's monstrous transformation in Wolfman suggests otherwise. An even more likely possibility is that Blake's mother is the hiker who is said to have been attacked by a werewolf in the film's opening titles. Grady's obsession with hunting for the werewolf probably stems from her death at the hands of one. In fact, it is possible that a werewolf infected her, and that Grady was forced to euthanize her, just as Ginger did to Blake at the end of the film. Either way, it makes even more sense that Grady seemed dead set on finding the werewolf. In the case of Blake's mother, her being killed or turned into a werewolf are especially terrifying thoughts, and they fit with the characterization of Grady and the story's theme of illness being passed down from parent to child. In the end, Wolfman leaves a lot to the imagination by leaving the story of Blake's mother unexplained. This withholding of information forces its viewers to look back at the film and ask questions about the characters. In the case of Blake's mother, her being killed or turned into a werewolf are especially terrifying thoughts, and they fit with the characterization of Grady and the story's theme of illness being passed down from parent to child. Just as Grady turned Blake into a werewolf, it would be even more tragic if Grady had been infected by his wife.